Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Santa's sleigh, getting into the festive spirit. This set comes with one figure and 4 deer, as well as quite a nice sleigh build. We will be taking a look at the sleigh first. Now, one of the first things that you'll notice is this sleigh is very big. Very, very big, especially compared to a figure. Like, this is a big sleigh build. However, it is quite a good sleigh build, I'd say. It's got space for a figure to sit in. Space for probably 2 or 3 figures, in fact. I'll just tilt it up here. But especially with the floor space in the back that you can see there, there's a bit of a spot where you can stand, so maybe stand figures there as well as having one sit down, maybe. Although this set does only come with one figure, so I don't know why I'm looking so in-depth to it. However, we'll start off at the front with the reindeer section. Now, the reindeer builds are mainly molded pieces. You know, there's just 4 molded pieces, and the reindeer have rubberized tops. I think this is a reuse of the mold from the Expecto Patronum Lego set from Harry Potter. I could be wrong, obviously different piece with the colouring and stuff, but I think it is the same piece. Anyway, taking a look at this small section, you can remove it from the main sleigh. It's held on with 2 clips here. One of them accidentally came off. But there's a very simple build with just some tubing, which allows you to bend slightly. And then they're just clipped on with harness builds, which are fairly simple, and I will show you guys later, but can break. No, the harnesses can be swapped out, which I'll show you guys later, for just some regular deer bodies. Yeah, that is pretty much it for the deers, or the deer section. They all have stickers. All of the details are stickered. Unfortunately, there's no prints for the set. You can angle the sleigh in a couple of different ways. You can bend it here and here, and that can give you a couple of poses. If you can find a way to hold everything up, you can do it where it's maybe taking off or something like that. I don't know. Use your imagination. Taking a look at the main sleigh, I will just remove the reindeer just for the ease. There is a nice sticker print here, or a nice sticker that you can place here with SC, Santa Claus. There's a lot of intricate detailing with these nice swirl pieces, and then the roller skate pieces being used here, as well as this bar. The bottom of the sleigh can be moved in a couple of ways. I think it is meant to just stay like that. However, it does give you the option to adjust it when landing, maybe. I don't know how you'd want to play with it. I feel like this section is a little bit bare, but I don't know if I mind that, because it is still surrounded by this nice ornate detailing. So I don't know how I feel about this bit, but I think it could be nicer. But I mean, maybe a little bit of green highlight they've used a little bit down here, which is kind of just by itself. So I think it would be nice to have a little bit of green here. Taking a look at the back, you can see some more of that detailing. This is a sticker, unlike the parts used on the side, this is just a sticker. There's no 3D detailing. And then you've got Santa as the number plate down here, which I think is quite funny. And this part here can be pulled out to reveal the reindeer body parts. You know, Santa just keeps parts of his reindeer in him at all times. Now, as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff in the back here, which I will quickly empty out for you now. One more thing before I do go is there is a stickered part in the main section, which can act like a console or like a map here. If I can just get it to focus. That piece is literally just a sticker on a tile, which goes in there if I don't drop it. Now, emptying out all of the presents and things, there's a lot here. You get quite a good selection of gifts and wrapped presents and things, which I will try and take you through. They are very simple builds. There's a ski set, which is just the same standard skis that we've had for a while now. If you really wanted, you could have Santa on the skis. We've had them for a while. It's fairly standard at this point, which I think is quite nice. I don't see why they'd need to change it, but I think it's still quite fun to include. There's a pretzel, which now there is a bit of a story behind this. There is also meant to be a carrot, but I lost that when doing a photo shoot with this. So all that's left here is a pretzel. Now this was included with the set as well as a carrot, but the carrot's a standard piece. There's nothing too special about it, but here's pretzel. Now there's a variety of sizes and dimensions to the boxes. You got a 1x2 green one, and that's quite cool. 1x1 brick tool one, like the same size as a standard brick. And there's a guitar. It's just a variety of different shapes and sizes of presents. With different builds, I think they're all quite fun. I don't really know what to say about them. They're just presents. It would have been cool if at least one of them used the gift wrap box. The one that you can actually put stuff inside, but unfortunately these are all just bricks and plates stacked on top of each other. But I like how they did some of the bows with this piece, with the flower piece, as well as this like bow arch thing. It's quite nice. A teddy bear, pretty standard pieces, but all still quite nice. And with everything removed, there is quite a lot of space in the back. So I have taken off the reindeer from the sleigh harness thing, and here's a closer look at that real quick. Quite difficult to take off the reindeer, just because there's like a certain build technique with the clips, where if you can see, it's like a plate held on with a plate held on with like a sideways brick. It's not ideal, but it does work. It's just a little bit annoying to take off. But the harness itself does look nice, as I said before. And now we will take a look at the reindeer. Now, there's 4 of these in the set. They're all the exact same, and I'll just show you one. And here he is with the brick replaced, where you can just take that off and then attach it to the harness build. Looks quite nice. There's a small amount of printing here, as well as on the face, which I think the face printing is really good. I quite like the fur printing on the chest. It would have been nicer if it went a little bit further down. But I think as it is, it's just a fun little build, I guess. Or not really a build, but like a nice mold. Here's a look at the only figure, or only proper figure of the set, which is Santa. It's a pretty good figure. Got dual molded legs. Got quite nice printing on the front torso, and as well on the back. Got a candy cane there. Got this belt that goes all the way around, as well as the fur. The fur printing isn't as white as I would like it. I do feel like it's more of a pink in real life than it is in camera. I just wish the printing quality was a bit better for the belt, but everything else looks nice. And I'll quickly remove everything so you can see the face without the beard. And here he is with the beard piece off. It's nothing special, but it is still quite a nice piece, especially for Santa. I think it suits him quite nicely. Same issue as the belt with the top torso with this fur line printing is it is a bit pale or not white enough, I guess. And then here's a better look at the face print, which isn't anything special. Most of the time it's covered up with the beard, so it doesn't need to be that good as long as the eyes are nice. I think it would have been cool if we had an alternate face with his glasses. For an alternate face, it would have been nice to have him with the glasses, because you can't really give him an alternate expression because most of it's covered up with the beard. I mean, you could do a winking face or something, but I definitely feel like normal face, glasses face would have been amazing, but it is what it is. I'm going to set up a final display and give you the final thoughts and verdict. Now, here it is all set up in a display, and honestly, this is a pretty good set. I don't really collect Christmassy sets just because I feel like they can only be used at, obviously, Christmas. Like, I don't collect any Winter Village or anything like that. But I decided to get this one mainly for photo shoots and things, and I feel like it does a good job for why I got it. It's a really nice looking build. Obviously, I mentioned this plain area here, and yes, it could have been nice to add a little bit of colour there, but I think if you look at like pictures of Santa's sleigh, it is usually mainly red, which it does a good job at being. All of the little details here, these little pieces, I think all add to the general aesthetic. I wish that these pieces, these little red parts, would have been gold, if that's what they were trying to do, or if it was meant to be just swirl, red gold bar, swirl. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do with that, but I wish that it did continue on a little bit more. But you can get it to look like it is all one thing if you angle it properly. And it is only a small thing that isn't really that necessary. Overall, it was a really fun build. While I was doing it, I felt like it was quite enjoyable to do. There wasn't anything too repetitive. I feel like these builds aren't the best. With the saddle, I mean, or the harness. I just feel like they do come off quite easily when trying to detach it. Like when I'm trying to unharness one of the deer, I do find that the deer often just break rather than like coming off, if that makes sense. But if you're planning on just keeping it like this or having it occasionally be changed around, then I think it's also fairly good at that. The Santa figure's nice. I would have loved it if they maybe included either one more deer or maybe an elf. I do count the deer as figures when thinking of like the pricing of the set, which I believe is £50. I got it on eBay for 35, all sealed and things, but I feel like maybe an extra reindeer would have been nice. Have like a Rudolph one, have a bit more variation with the reindeer, have one with a red nose at the front, maybe slightly alter this saddle or the harness build. But yeah, I don't think I could have asked for much more from this set. Like, it does what it's trying to be. It's a Santa's sleigh. There's no play features, really. I mean, like, unless you want to count this thing as a play feature. The storage as well, like the fact that they've got all of this storage here for like the display of the presents and things, and then this little section here for the reindeer or whatever you want to put in there, really, I think is quite nice. Yeah, I generally don't have any issues. If they were going to implement a play feature, if they maybe had it so you pull this out and then presents fell through the thing, it would have been quite fun, but I think I prefer the extra storage over a play feature. So yeah, this is, if you're looking for a Christmas thing to get, then I would recommend this as a Lego collector. This is probably one of the only Lego Christmas things I'll be getting, just because, as I've mentioned in previous videos, Christmas Lego sets should be kept for Christmas. They're not that good for outside of the festive season, but this one is a good set. I really like how things move. You can't really angle things. You can actually. You can do it so like it's getting lifted up in a slightly different angle. But that's more down to the clips hinging, which is something that I didn't really think about. Yeah, I think one more thing that I was meant to mention was I wish Santa had, like, oh, Jesus Christ. Didn't mean to do that. But I wish Santa had a way to hold on to the reins. I think that would have just kind of improved it a little bit more, or added a bit more realism, I guess. Would be adding like some whip pieces and connecting them to hair, or I don't know. I don't know how they would have done it, but I think having Santa be able to hold the reins would have been nice, or finding another way to kind of make Santa interact with it a bit more, because at the moment it's just a bench that gets pulled along by reindeer. Yeah. that's one more thing that I would improve, but these are all small nitpicks and can easily be customized. And honestly, it's a good base. It's a good start for Christmas, or like Christmassy displays if you're into that, or photography. Not really good for play, as I've mentioned, but I think, you know, Christmas things aren't really designed for play much. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all of that usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.